The Cellar. Kira Wood's daughter mysteriously disappears in the basement of her new home. She soon discovers that there's an ancient and powerful entity that controls her home that she will have to face or risk losing the souls of her family forever. This movie has a story similar to many other productions that explore the same theme, so it's not that original. The story is interesting, but due to the way it's captured on the screen, it becomes predictable, with some weak, exaggerated, and slow parts that detract validity to the production. There are some parts that you might say are scary, or at least exciting or surprising, but usually that chilling fear factor you look for in films of this genre is not found here. The production elements, such as the cinematography, set designs, and the special effects, are usually decent, but the performances of the entire cast seemed average to us. We strongly believe they could have made a better movie, since in itself it's not bad, but it's not good either. It's average, as it does not meet your expectations completely. So we give it 2 stars out of 5. You Won't Be Alone. Set in an isolated mountain village in 19th century Macedonia, the film follows a young woman who's kidnapped and then transformed into a witch by an ancestral spirit. This film about witches has an original story that is presented on the screen in a different and weird manner, which makes it interesting to watch, but you have to understand it to really appreciate it. Let me explain. To begin with, as we mentioned in the plot summary, it is set in 19th century Macedonia and filmed in the dialect of that region. Then, the story itself unfolds in a way that may seem slow, with many scenes where nothing is said that some viewers may find boring. But that's the style of this production. When the different supernatural events begin to happen, which are in themselves intriguing, and if one immerses oneself in the story about the girl turned into a witch, in her suffering, her loneliness, and in her experiences, you could say that one begins to appreciate this film a little more, and it becomes interesting enough to continue watching it until the end. To be honest, it's not a scary production, and it's more like watching a mystery or a thriller with some grotesque scenes. As for the production elements, such as cinematography, costumes, makeup, special effects, among others, they are all good, but far from being spectacular. The performances of the entire cast, especially that from the lead actress, are decent and believable for this level of production. So, as we mentioned earlier, it's a weird and different film that, although it's not scary, it's worth watching due to its artistic value and for having a story that, in its own particular way, keeps you entertained. So we give it 3 stars out of 5.